All right, so we want now to cross over to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. We understand that Dr. Fred Matiang'i, who's the... All right, I understand that Najib Balala, the CS for Tourism, is currently addressing the members of the press and the guests there. Remember that today the 6 ministries are set to sign an MOU on the airport service charter. Let's just cross over there and listen in.
The second thing is that it's very clear now, the hierarchy and the chain of command. Johnny Anderson, you have taken responsibility. We will hold you responsible because you are the boss here. These colleagues of ours must realign to the chain of command because it's not about a process, it's about deliverables. If we don't deliver, then we have failed. And as James told us here, this cannot be failed, cannot be allowed to fail because it's so much strategic interest to the government, the sector, plus our visitors, both tourists, both business people, anybody who comes into the country creates life for our people. There are 4 fundamental areas we need to focus. I know you are going to look at many. The key one is migration services. The second one is customs. The third one is management of baggage. And the fourth one, and many more maybe are there, is security and safety of the passenger. Those are key, and they must be looked at seriously. And then the final one is the infrastructure itself. Is it appealing to the image of the destination? Because the first point of entry is Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, is the airport. If we don't do it right, then what happens behind the airport might be very messy. My final point, we have developed under Utalii College a customer relations and a customer care curriculum. It's finalized. We're going to hand it over to you and our colleagues in Utalii College. Your committee should verify and endorse that curriculum, and then you create a roster. Every public servant at this airport must go through that training. By 1st of January, if nobody is certified to do that training and examined, he will not be allowed to work at this airport because he will be disqualified for that customer service. So, when a CEO, that is what we needed to be done. And if you fail in that customer service, the examiners will recommend you are not fit to be at the airport. You should be deployed to another place, but not at the face of Kenya. So mine is to thank my colleagues. This is a very important agenda of government, and we are committed, all of us, and we believe all of you here are able and capable, and we are not going to let the country down. So mine is to thank you, and I take the opportunity to again return the mic to James Macharia.
Thank you very much, CS Balala. Now, 2 of the key stakeholders in this airport is police and immigration. And for us, this is very important because of late, we have had issues about airlines which have been licensed, but they are actually carrying out illegal activities. You've read for yourselves about issues whereby airlines licensed to carry passengers are carrying cargo. And I believe the DG is doing something about it in terms of making sure that the culprits are put to book. And that's why we shall be requesting support from CS Matiang'i and Chief Inspector Boynet to make sure these people who are carrying out illegal activities are grabbed and put in, because they can spoil the good work of you people. And so we shall be collaborating with agencies concerned, especially after signing of this charter. And now let me welcome my colleague CS Matiang'i to make his remarks.
My brothers, CS James Macharia, Najib, and my brother Cleopa Mailu, and all of you are my fellow Kenyans and role players at various levels across the spectrum of responsibility. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I will be brief and straight to the point. In addition to what my two colleagues have said, the two agencies that concern us in the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government are one, the National Police Service. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Boynet, is here and is seated at the back. The next one is the Immigration Services. The Director General Immigration Services, General Kialangwa, is here, and the team from the Immigration Services. I prefer to be this blunt and candid. The time, because all of us, both those who are in this room and people out there, know what the right thing is and the right thing that must be done. It is time for all of us to understand one thing. This airport is an important resource to our country. And we are not doing it for anyone, we are doing it for ourselves. This is our airport. This is our country. We want to serve our country. What happens here, the revenue that comes to our country as a result of the activities of this airport is revenue that comes to our country. That's why I would like to sincerely ask all of us to be a bit more serious about the things we are doing here. And for us, I want to pledge to my colleagues and to all of you who are going to collaborate with us in signing this charter this morning, that our two agencies, the National Police Service, the Directorate of Immigration Services, we will up our game. I have had extensive discussions with the Inspector General of Police on what we are going to do with the Kenya Airport Police Unit. I don't need to discuss those things here. We have agreed on what we are going to do. We are going to change it. And my colleagues in the police service who work in Kapu, it's true, as Najib says, it's not going to be business as usual. We want to sort this thing out. And look, we will supervise this ourselves as the ministers. We will supervise this as ourselves. Because we cannot tell stories about important things we need to do for our country. There is nothing more important than fixing the airport, than fixing the things that we need to fix around. And we cannot tell stories about things we can do very easily because we all know what needs to be done. I want to urge our colleagues in immigration services, our colleagues in the National Police Service, that those internal discussions we have had amongst ourselves, it is time for us to implement the things we have done. Let us be candid and sincere with each other. If you cannot do the work we need done, it's okay. We can get someone else who can do the work we need done. We have to make sure that this airport changes completely and the services that are offered here change completely. Number two, I think I want to be very candid with our colleagues in JKIA. We are giving you the responsibility to coordinate all of us. A lot is required of you. We will demand, and we're going to ask very specific questions. Johnny, you must deliver. And the board of JKIA who are here, please look at your capacities and staff up. If there are certain challenges you have in your capacities, there are plenty of Kenyans. We have enough people around here to change what we need to change in this place. Let's not make excuses. I mean, we would not like to take excuses. We can't hire